very much. I brought the right speech today. I was speaking at an event in Dublin Castle. Neil was there as well yesterday, all about increasing the number of women who serve on company boards, and I opened my folder and there was the Google speech. I think you went okay, so you're not going to get a speech on women's empowerment today. That actually is the right speech. So first of all, good morning, and it's really great to be here with you today. I want to acknowledge, of course, the presence of some of my colleagues from the Oireachtas, Stephen Ryan, who's here, and Kevin Humphreys, as well as local representatives for this area. I want to really thank Vanula and Garrett for inviting me, and also the very warm welcome that I received from staff as I had a chance to walk around a little bit earlier. And it's great when you come to Google or other technology companies to just meet so many people who come from so many different countries. And I do hope many of you will choose to stay here and build your lives here in Ireland. And I think one of the greatest strengths of Google is the fact that you do have such a diverse workforce. And we have Googlers in Dublin from all over Europe, from the Middle East, from Africa, and all around the world. In fact, 60 different countries are represented among your workforce, speaking many different languages in the office. And when I see in so many parts of the world governments cracking down on migration, I just think what a huge mistake that is, and how much better our economy is because of migration, and our public services as well, which depend so much on attracting talent from around the world. I think if you look back on the history of Google in Ireland, you see how much can change in 15 short years. It was announced back in 2003 that Google would establish its EMEA HQ here in Ireland. There was great excitement at the time because it was revealed that it would create 200 jobs over 3 years, and we're now up to 7,000 people across 7 locations. Back in 2003, the company was only 5 years in existence, but was already the flagship search engine in the world, described in the Irish Times as the oracle of the 21st century. However, most newspapers still had to explain exactly what it did, and no article was complete without a line about how Google was the mathematical term for 1 followed by 100 zeros, which I'd actually forgotten. And I think there were many strong and many good reasons as to why Google chose Dublin. There's our highly skilled technology workforce, the comparatively cheap cost of international bandwidth and data hosting, and also I think Ireland in many ways itself is a major attraction. Your co-founder, Sergey Brin, used to play a modified version of Doom in Trinity College, believe it or not. And indeed, when he first came to Dublin back in 2003, he visited the historic campus and he expected to see a demon behind every door. 5 years later, as we entered into a very serious economic crisis, resulting in a lost decade of investment in this country. But notwithstanding that very deep crisis, we still had high levels of investment from companies such as yours. And thanks to the sacrifices that were made by the Irish people during that period, and the policy decisions made by government, our economy has now recovered and is expanding again. And once again, we can be hopeful and ambitious about the future.